tafadhali. Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. Good morning, everybody. I think I should give my address in Kiswahili because I have tried to encourage as many of us to learn Kiswahili. It is a language spoken in, I think, almost 12 countries in our region. But I will spare you that today only. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you, and I thank you most sincerely for accepting my invitation and taking time to join me this morning. I know that we have established a tradition that we will be engaging with ambassadors, high commissioners, representatives of various global international organizations that are resident in Kenya as a way of building bridges so that we can consolidate our relationship and understand each other more, and so that you can be able to represent not just your countries, but also understand us so that we can better enhance our partnership. That's why we established this annual engagement as a deliberate and regular feature of our diplomatic calendar in recognition of the essential role that sustained consultations with resident diplomatic corps plays in advancing cooperation and understanding. This gathering, therefore, offers us a timely opportunity to reflect together on the significant developments of the past year at the national level, on the regional front, and we all understand what has been going on globally, so that we may proceed with a shared understanding of the realities shaping our relations and our responsibilities. Excellencies, 2025 marked a defining phase in Kenya's socio-economic development journey. It stands out as a period when many of the reforms and strategic initiatives undertaken by this administration began to yield measurable and visible results. Across key sectors, policy choices have translated into tangible progress, affirming both the soundness of our direction and the resilience of our people. These gains have strengthened confidence in the course of our economy, deepened social cohesion, and laid firmer foundation for inclusive and sustainable growth in the years ahead. Central to the progress recorded in the past year is the continued expansion of some of our signature projects. Just to give you maybe 3 or 4 areas that were of critical concern to this administration. As we all understand, we emerged in 2022 from the adverse effects of COVID, from the serious challenges that came as a result of the situation of conflict in Europe, and the many other commodity issues that came into play. And as a result, most of our economies were constrained. Our fiscal space was limited, and debt became a very serious challenge to many countries, including Kenya. In fact, statistics showed that Kenya had one of the biggest Eurobond in our part of the world. And many people were wondering. I remember even the Secretary General of the United Nations, my friend Antonio Guterres, asking me, what's going to happen when this thing falls apart and Kenya defaults? because to many it was no longer it was no longer if, it was when. But by God's grace, we managed to consolidate our economy. Kenya actually was listed to be among 6 countries that would default. Fortunately for us, 5 of our colleagues defaulted, Kenya did not. And we had to make very difficult policy choices, sometimes very uncomfortable. I remember my first assignment when I sat in a room called number 6 in that building was to reduce our budget by 300 billion shillings and to put a stop to some of the subsidies on fuel, on unga, that weren't really getting to the people, but costing us an arm and a leg. Today, sorry, thank you. Today, with confidence, I think we have taken the corner. Our economy is much more stable than it was at that time, as you're all aware. Our inflation, which was way